On everybody, it's PlugPapiKeg coming at you with another Madden 21 franchise rebuild, and today, I should say tonight, we are going to rebuild the Cleveland Browns, a team who's not doing too bad this season. The offensive line is beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. Outside that, it gets a little tricky. We're gonna generate the best lineup because injuries are off for this. We got Odell Beckham Jr., who is super. Odell, in my opinion, is so terrible anymore. But I mean, he's on the team. Besides one good game against Dallas this year. Running backs, we are stacked between Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Baker Mayfield is the question mark for the franchise. He seems to be doing a lot better this season than he did last season. We don't even need him to do super great by any means, as long as he can manage the game while we run it with Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Jarvis Landry, also not a bad guy. But outside that, wide receiver gets semi-thin. Defensively, we have Miles, Helmet Cracker, Garrett, Sheldon Richardson, Larry, Ogunjobi, Olivier Vernon, corner. We do need another corner, even though Denzel Ward is a stud. Delpit's gonna play. I think Delpit's gonna be a stud in real life. It's a shame he went down early in the season with an injury. Linebackers leave much to be desired as well. They just signed Carl Joseph. Their safeties aren't bad. We'll see what we're doing preseason here. Let's look at the salaries. Honestly, I guess this might be one of the few instances where I keep everybody. I mean, I might trade Carl Joseph and the backup defensive tackle. See what we can get there. Pick up the Bills' first round pick, hopefully. We have 2/3 and 2/4, 2/5. So not overall bad. Ultimately, I would like to get this deal done with a 4th, but it might be a 3rd. Yeah, it's going to be a 3rd. We'll give them the higher 3rd. Okay, so our 3rd string defensive tackle and our 3rd round pick for the Bills' 1st round pick this year. I think we might shop Carl Joseph in all actuality. It's not that I don't like him, it's that as a team we don't necessarily need him right now. If I could pick up another wide receiver. Question is, does anybody need a strong safety? I don't think it's any team's top priority. The Buccaneers. Who would they deal me though? That's the question. I would take AB. I 100% would take AB if they would do it. This isn't a team I necessarily have to like look super in depth to try to rebuild. I'm more or less trying to make a run right now while we can. Carl Joseph in a third gets us Antonio Brown. Would like to re-sign him to a long-term deal. Not long-term, but at least another 1 or 2 years. But I think that is all we are going to do right now. We can get... Honestly, we can get rid of Higgins now that we have AB. Because that drops Jarvis to slot. It's a question of if anybody wants him. Maybe the Colts. The Colts and the Eagles are typically the franchises who want wide receivers. Nope. Green light from the Jets. Is there anybody who I need? I mean, Brian Poole is a good corner. If they would trade me Brian Poole, I would have to. No, not interested in trading Poole. Well, what if you trade me one of your first round picks? I'll give up both my fourths to get another first. Rashard Higgins and 2 fourths gets us a first from the Browns. So overall, we are in a wonderful position. Our offense goes up to 88 with the AB there. And I don't even care about the development with AB. Our biggest need is going to be linebackers. We're gonna have Jarvis in the slot. Kareem Hunt on third, power back Nick Chubb. Yeah. We are gonna sim to the mid-season. We're gonna stop at like week 3 to upload the draft class. Three and 0 so far. I love that. Bengals draft class is a must if you're doing any sort of realistic franchise. Not saying this is super realistic by any means, because at the end of the day it is still Madden, but who's ready to negotiate? More inclined to keep Larry. It's not a bad cap hit either. Okay, he wants a better salary. I cannot spend 10 million a year on Vernon. Alright, that's all we have to do so far. Let's finish simming it to the mid-season point. Let's see where we're at from there. And I forgot to turn on auto scout players. So we are gonna miss out on a bunch of points there. We're 6-2, leading the division at the mid-season point. Baker's having a season. 18 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Chubb is having a season. Kareem Hunt's having a season. Wow. AB is going off. Odell is getting his. You love to see that. Offense is first in the NFL. Defense is 18th. It's the linebackers. We'll give you 3.7. So we got him back. Bring you back for 3. Bring you back for 3. Can I re-sign AB yet? I cannot. Yeah, that's all I want to re-sign right now. I'm gonna send the playoffs, see how we do. So this rebuild should be relatively easy, it's just remaining competitive. We are 11-5 and we are in the wild card against the Tennessee Titans. Let's see how we did stats wise. Baker, 39 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, I'll take that any year out of Baker. Chubb with almost 1,300 yards. Kareem Hunt with 800 yards, just about 750. Receiving, Austin Hooper led the team. Odell had almost 9 with 6 touchdowns. AB had 850 with 10 touchdowns. Jarvis Landry had 750 with 9 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 20 receptions for almost 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. How'd the defense look? That's an oof. QB sacks. Garrett had almost 17 sacks. Vernon had 10.5. Sheldon Richardson had 8.5. Kevin Johnson had 6 picks. Terrence Mitchell had 4. Ronnie Harrison had 3. Grant Delpit had 2. Let's see what the yearly awards are looking like. Lamar taking MVP. Baker 5th. Defensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett was 7th. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We have no one on that list. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Grant Delpit at 8th. Best quarterback. Baker 4th. Best running back. Chubb 2nd. And Kareem Hunt 7th. Best wide receiver. No one. Best outline. Pitinoy is 8th. Pitone. Best defensive lineman. Myles Garrett by far. Best linebacker, we won't have anyone there. And best defensive back, Kevin Johnson and Terrence Mitchell. Okay. Nick Chubb's up to a 97. Odell's at 92. AB's at 89. Landry's at 85. The offensive line is beautiful. Defensive line still not bad. Overall, not terrible. Alright. Let's see if we make it next week. How did we lose 62 to 14? I have to see the box score from this. $62 to 14. Embarrassed. Baker had 3 interceptions, was sacked 4 times. Wow. Ryan Tannehill had 2 rushing touchdowns. Wow. That's embarrassing. There has to be a defensive touchdown somewhere now. So we got trounced out of the playoffs. We made it, but we got trounced. We're gonna sim to the offseason and start putting in work. Antonio Brown's down to an 82. As much as I would love to keep him, I cannot. I might franchise him and this puts us in a situation. Okay, we're gonna franchise him. There's gonna be no free agents I want anyway. So we gotta just eat the hit right now. Let me look at their salaries again. Someone's making too much money. I don't know who, but someone. Odell. Making way too much money. Adrian Claiborne. Alright, the Cardinals want you bet. Give me a third. Give me a third next year. Dump some of that cap off. And we have to re-sign Baker too. Case Keenum. Insane. Yeah, I will. Give me like a 7th next year. I have to clear cap. The Bears really want a. The Bengals want a right tackle that bad. Need a linebacker. Oh my god, it is right there. Come on, EA. Okay, so our extremely overpaid right tackle, who is never going to see the field, a 4th round pick next year and a 5th round pick this year, gets us Logan Wilson, who is an immediate upgrade at linebacker. Once the cap penalty clears, like, our cap penalty in 2021, 0. Fullback, I'm not really concerned about. He makes that. MJ Stewart making that much money to never see the field is not ideal. Does anyone need a corner? Like, obviously I'm not going to get a lot for him, like, but I would be a-okay with a 7th. This is just, it's tough. David Njoku. I have no need for him on my team. They're not giving me Tremaine Edmonds. They have no linebackers I want. If I have to take a pick, I'll take a pick. There's no way they're giving me Darius. Bobby Okereke. Not getting Mr. Bobby. Yeah, this one's tough. I gotta get like a linebacker on a rookie deal. Who do the Falcons have for your side? Would they deal him? They will deal him. I'm a Falcons fan in real life, so this is a win-win. For Foy's side, Alacuna. So we upgraded our linebackers. We have the cap penalty next year, it'll clear. We're gonna have to re-sign Baker long term. Odell is old. Older. We're gonna need to draft wide receivers. I want to keep the center though. Like, worst case scenario, I have to keep him. I'm tied to him. Let's see how the draft goes. Because ultimately, I am... There's no one I can afford in free agency. Absolutely no one. Unless I can get a D-tackle dirt cheap. Yeah, there's nobody there. We're just gonna send it to the draft.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Let's view our draft board. Scouted. Nah, we don't need lines. I would take. That might not be a bad pick. Move him to center. D-tackle is ideally what we are after. I don't need a speed rush at all. Not for the system we run anyway. Devontae Smith. I would take him. Take Creed. We have our middle linebacker. I would consider taking Travis Etienne. Just to replace Kareem Hunt. We're gonna need a slot guy. Alright, that should cover for the amount I have picks for.
The Browns are now on the clock.
I was not expecting Micah Parsons to be there. This leaves us with because here's the thing. Follow me for a second. We can kick him the D end in a 4-3 scheme. He is 100% a D end. He's not much smaller. I think that's the move. I was not expecting Micah Parsons to fall to us though. So I mean, I'll take him. Jalen Waddle. But it's gonna be Micah Parsons. Rank 6, we got him at 1177 overall, hidden development. Welcome to the Cleveland Browns. Advance to the next user pick.
The Browns are now on the clock.
We can still get our corner. Hidden
The
development.
Eagles are now on the clock.
Caleb Farley. 6'2", 197, ranked number 11. We got him at 16. He's gonna plug and play immediately.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock.
And Travis Etienne. Like, I just got 3 hidden development players. And for those of you who might be new to the channel, like, Madden did like a tune with hidden development, so they are few and far between anymore. So the fact that we got 3 here is huge for the franchise. Absolutely huge. Because I believe we have a Kareem Hunt coming up in a contract here next year. We need money for Baker. We need money for Denzel Ward.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Like, any cap we can clear out is wonderful. Take a run-stopping middle linebacker.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
We're hitting home runs. We're 4 for 4 with our picks.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Underwhelming. Honestly, if I could get a 5th, I would take it. Who do I want to give it to, though? I'll give it to Tampa Bay.
Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. The Browns are now on the clock.
Scouted anyone, all positions. Let's take a flyer on a fullback.
The
Keon
Eagles are now
Pollard,
on the clock.
ranked 95. We got him at 208. And that's going to do it for us here. We're going to end the draft and we're having Micah Parsons play left end. He's probably going to play right away. Yeah, overall solid class. Advance next week. Go to preseason year 2. Send some of my coach XP. We want player progress and we want defense maxed out. And we can do O-line as well. Micah Parsons went down 1 overall. What's he looking like? I mean, he fits the scheme. We gotta trade him. We should be able to get something good for him. Not trying to trade him in the AFC though, if that's avoidable. Buccaneers. Who do you have for me? How about, do you want to win Tampa? He is making a lot of money. Colts 100% need him though. Colts are young. I just want draft picks, honestly. Draft picks and cleared cap. Honestly, give me a 5th that year. Okay, I want your 1st this year and your 7th next year. Just your 1st. Ooh. Vernon in 2/5 this year for a first this year and a 7th next year. Linebackers are good. Mac Wilson's up to superstar development. Greedy Williams. I would honestly rather him start though. He's regressing already. So apparently corners regress. At 29. I don't think I'm gonna have Green Bay needs him. Be a 3rd next year. Oh, you have no cap. I don't want AJ Dillon. Not trying to do all that. If Green Bay's the only team that he goes to, then I'll make it work. Saints. This could be good. Decisions. So we got a 4th next year and a terrible tight end for cap purposes. Or even looking at the salary. We're gonna franchise tag Sheldon Richardson. Oh, this is gonna be rough. This is going to be rough. Alright. See y'all at the mid-season point. Just kidding. Let me do this super quick. Check the specialists. Alright, we are 5-2 at the midseason point. Offense is at 91 overall. We are tied for first in the division. Baker could use some more yards, but that's alright. Rushing, Nick Chubb's balling out of his mind. Odell's making way too much money for that stat line. How are we looking defensively, though? 13th. Logan Wilson leading the team in tackles. Tackles for losses. Micah Parsons leads with 7. Sacks, he has 7.5. Myles Garrett has 7.5. Interceptions, Terrence Mitchell has 5. Ronnie Harrison has 3. Denzel Ward has 3. And Logan Wilson has 2. Sim to the playoffs. Ooh, we have a bye. What did we finish? 12-4. Baker with another solid year. Rushing wise, Nick Chubb, 19 touchdowns, and Kareem Hunt had 10 touchdowns. ETN even had 2. Odell finally produced in the second half of the season. That's why we're paying him. Jarvis Landry produced. Austin Hooper produced. Antonio Brown didn't do bad. Kareem Hunt didn't do bad receiving wise either. Defensively, how'd we look? Logan Wilson led the team in tackles. Tackles for losses, Micah Parsons led with 14. Myles Garrett with 9 sacks. Micah Parsons with 9. Larry with 5. Sheldon with 5. Logan with 4 interceptions. Terrence Mitchell had 6. Denzel Ward had 5. Logan Wilson had 3. Ronnie Harrison had 3. The rookie. Overall, good stuff. Let's see the yearly awards. Baker's not even in the talk for MVP. It's disrespectful. He's 8th in AFC MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. We have no one. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Justin Fields won it. ETN came in 9th. Don't ask me how that happened. Micah Parsons winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. Caleb Farley coming in 3rd. Baker was the 4th best QB again. Nick Chubb, best running back again. Kareem Hunt finishing 4th. Best wide receiver. Odell finished 8th. Landry finished 10th. Best O-line. We have 3 up there. Best defensive line, Myles Garrett. Micah Parsons at 4th. Best linebacker. Best DB, Terrence Mitchell, and then Denzel Ward, Ronnie Harrison. Overall, good stuff. Let's see what their development traits are. Baker's up to an 87 overall. With morale. So he's truly at an 84. Nick Chubb's at 99 now. We want his break tackle up. Offensive line's looking solid. Defensively, Micah Parsons has superstar development, and so does Caleb Farley. You love to see it. We're gonna upgrade all of them. All of them. And we're gonna sim since we have a bye. We are taking on the Ravens in the divisional round. We're gonna sim it. See how we do. We won 34-24. We are going up against the Chiefs. In the AFC Conference Championship. View weekly awards. Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt just said, hold this super quick. I'm gonna average 22 and a half yards per carry. What a game for Kareem. Let's see if we can beat the Chiefs. We should. 42-21, blowing them out. Baker he silenced the doubters. Silenced the doubters. And we're going up against the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. We should blow them out of the water. Let's see how it goes. Obviously, Wilson gets the nod here as the better QB. Logan Wilson's right up there with Bobby Wagner, though. He has better stats. Ronnie Harrison. Odell's better than DK.
Tonight, it's
Jim
Madden
Brown and the
NFL
Browns.
Football. Super Bowl 56.
Super Bowl 56, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you come here to see, Super Bowl victories. Down 7-0. We strike right back. We're down 17-7, 14-17, 21-17. We are up. Down 23-21. Up 28-23. Up 35-23. And we win 35-30.
The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs.
You'll love to see it.
For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've
My
talked
one
to
boy
guys
before
that
this
have done it,
video
and they say
came
there's
out,
no better
he's like, you
feeling.
might want to trade Baker Mayfield. And I'm like, nah, I have faith in Baker.
The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when
It's going to be hard to beat it. Super Bowl in the second year don't happen often. Unless you're like the Chiefs or the Ravens.
Absolutely amazing. The task, incredible.
Great year. Let's see the stat. Baker had 5 touchdowns. Hold up real quick. I have to send him a picture of this. Baker almost had a perfect passer rating in the Super Bowl. 1.1 off of a perfect passer rating. rushing. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt didn't do bad, but it was Baker's show. Jarvis Landry balled out of his mind. Antonio Brown did well. Austin Hooper did well. Odell was kind of quiet, but I mean, we got it done. Myles Garrett with 2 sacks. Micah Parsons with 1.5. We got after the quarterback. Any interceptions? Nope. Wow. That's going to be hard to beat. That was an overall great season. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Alright, let's go to the off season as Super Bowl champs. We gotta keep Baker around. That's tough. We at least, like, this is gonna be tough. We're definitely keeping, we're gonna lose a lot of people here. A lot of key pieces. But, I mean, it was necessary. We have to franchise Baker. I don't want to, but we need to. We're giving up Denzel Ward. We got hit with the, it was gonna happen. When you have a team of ballers like this, it's gonna happen. We have to let them walk. Like, as long as we got Baker, Nick Chubb locked up, I'm okay with it. It sucks. It sucks letting Denzel Ward go. Truly it does. Our offensive line lost 1 guy, which in the grand scheme of things is not bad. But we needed our quarterback. We needed our running back. If we can deal Nick Chubb, or if we can deal Kareem Hunt this year, that would be ideal. Our defensive line took a beating, though. I mean, Micah Parsons is up to Superstar X Factor, so whatever. I'm not exactly too over the top concerned about losing Denzel Ward either. So, I mean, it's the price you pay to win a championship. There's gonna be no one I'm able to get in free agency. I have $7.5 million cap room. Grover Stewart. I mean, maybe we can get him back cheap. Look, I'm just throwing something at him because who knows? Crazier things have happened. If we can lock him up for that. Yeah, of course he's not gonna like the offer. But what other choice am I dealt here? I would give Kareem Jackson a super low deal too. Do you want to come play for the Super Bowl champion Cleveland Browns? We'll see. Give him a 2-year. Yeah, there's no point in even filling that out. We need to draft good. We need to draft well. Because if this draft is gonna define our whole next 2 seasons and what we are able to accomplish. So we'll see. I'm probably not gonna get anyone I even like put an offer in for. Kareem Jackson, I will take that. I will take that to the bank all day. Because we gave him pretty much the minimum deal. Just to throw someone there. So we need a left outside linebacker, a D tackle, a corner, a left guard.
The Rams are now on the clock.
And we have the 5th overall
The
pick.
Browns are now on the clock.
I mean, is this a spot where we trade back? I think... I think this is a spot where we are, given our current situation, we're forced to trade back and gain more draft capital. I mean, if that's the only thing I'm getting now, I might, like, I don't know what to do here. Like, outside of taking the center and kicking him to right guard, I don't think that's a bad play either. I don't need a speed rusher. Right guard. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the center, honestly. And kick him the right guard.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Ranked number 1 in true value. We drafted him at 5, hidden development. That's good. That is solid. I will take that all day. It's a beautiful
pick. The Browns are now on the clock.
Now we need, let's see what corner's looking like. He's looking like a late first. Corner's looking skimp. About left outside backer. D tackle. Mid first, I'll take that.
The Rams are
normal
now on
development, ranked 19th. We got him at 32. I mean, there's not much more I can do there.
The Browns are now on the clock.
We need multiple D tackles.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Ranked 32nd, we got him at 64. I mean, he fits our scheme, so.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Okay, so we got our, is there any linebackers who would? So they're all gonna stay on the board for a little while. Horn. I think this is the best offer, just because we will be able to snag up
Hold on now.
another one
This
of those
pick is
guys
trading
later
teams.
on, and we get a third for next year.
The Browns are now on the clock.
You are gonna get eaten alive in zone coverage. Corners are thin. Gonna take the
The
linebacker.
Texans are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Wow, all the D tackles I wanted to go for got drafted. It's insane.
The Bears are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Yeah, I'm getting out of this draft. It's a bummer.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade. The Browns are now on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. The Browns are now on the clock. I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade. The Browns are now on the clock. Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here.
I believe we need him playing right guard. Alright. This season, how are we looking? We went up and overall going to right guard. Let's see what the salaries and whatnot are looking like. I need to keep greedy around this year. Mac Wilson's gonna get money. 100%. I'm cool with letting... Honestly, I'll probably just trade him now if there's even a market for a 79 overall fullback. Get at least some sort of compensation for him. Because I'm not concerned with keeping him. I need a linebacker. Who do you have for me? This is tough. I don't want KJ Wright. Absolutely not. I would take Cody Barton now. Yeah, that deal's not getting done. Look, I don't need an all-star. I just need someone who can cover. They don't want to deal Milano yet. Then I'm just gonna keep him if the compensation ain't right. I need to keep Grady. I don't want to because I know I'm not gonna have money to like keep him after this year. I'm not gonna have money for Conklin. Still gotta re-sign Baker. See, this is another hell year. We can definitely deal Kareem Hunt though. Hopefully get something decent out of that. I'm not trying to trade him in the AFC if possible. What linebackers you got, Philly? You have any corners? Give me Avonte Maddox in a second. You're really not gonna deal me Avonte Maddox? No cap. Jaguars have plenty of cap. I would love Miles Jack, but he is definitely a superstar by this point. It's right there. I just want him back, I do. I didn't have money to re-sign him. Absolutely not for a 17 million cap hit. I would do that. You gotta think it's an upgrade. Kareem Hunt for Dante Hightower in a 4th in next year's draft. Dante's still playing on a 2-year deal. We can kick him out to a linebacker spot. And we don't have to worry about re-signing Hunt. Kick him out to right. Kick him out to left, actually, because I want Mac Wilson to get all the playing time he can. They're both going to start. It's just OCD at that point. Remaining. It's a rough next season for the offensive line, but I want to keep them around one more year together. Okay, we're going into year 3. Get ETN as a 3rd down back. Alright, y'all. I will see you at the mid-season point. Sorry, y'all, my cats were being bad. What are we looking like at the mid-season point? Four and 4. Oof. What new ability did you unlock? Acrobat and bench press. 2 of the most overpowered abilities. Well, they were at the beginning of the season. What's it looking like stat-wise? Baker's production definitely took a hit. Travis Etienne, I mean, it's not the level of productivity Nick or Kareem Hunt had, but he's on a rookie deal, so. Receiving, Jarvis Landry leads. I mean, it's not as bad as it is. As bad as it looks, I should say. Logan Wilson leading the team in tackles. How we looking sack-wise? Micah Parsons with 9.5 and Myles Garrett with 8. Kareem Jackson with 3 picks. Logan Wilson with 2. Greedy Williams, Terrence Mitchell, Caleb Farley. And Sheldrick, Redwine, each with 1. I feel like Grant Delpit just like stays not getting interceptions. Like, is this man playing? We knew it was going to be a down year going in. What's the cap situation looking like? Can I re-sign Baker yet? Ultimately, I want to get Baker dealt with first. Okay, so we got Baker done. We need Batoni too. And surprising, like, he's not that expensive. If we can keep the O-line together, that's going to be huge. So we got Trotter back. We got Jack Conklin back. Why don't we do this quick? Spend coach XP. Because we have enough of it. Gonna do expert scouting. And like, I want to do. Honestly, we need wide receivers more than that. Player retention, defensive back re-line. And that's what we're going to be able to do. No one said the Browns cap was going to be easy to work with. I might let Jarvis walk, or he's a possible candidate for a franchise tag and trade. I want Mac Wilson in here for a minute. Grady Williams, I want you back. And he's relatively cheap too. Okay, so we got Grady back. We got all the big ones back, like, and we still have cap. Like, we might be able to make a move or two in free agency. I don't want to commit to Jarvis Landry because I don't know if he's in the picture for the next year or two because he's going to start regressing. All right, sim to the playoffs. See if we get in. I hope we get in. It's going to be tough. We got a first round bye again. Finished 12-4 again. Wow. Baker came to play in the second half of the year, kinda sorta. The interceptions need to go down. Nick Chubb, you know, was Nick Chubb. Wish Travis Etienne would do a little better, but such is life. Jarvis Landry had a monster year. An absolute unit of a year. Might be putting Odell out of a job, actually. And I mean, it's not the Kareem Hunt level of production we were spoiled with, but I have to keep the team together and replace people. Logan Wilson has 110, pretty much 110 tackles, who led in tackles for loss. Myles Garrett with 18, Micah Parsons with 12 tackles for loss, followed by Mac Wilson. Larry, we are getting after the quarterback. Myles Garrett with 18, Micah Parsons with 16, Larry with 7. Kareem Jackson 4 picks, Logan Wilson had 3, Greedy had 3, Caleb Farley had 2, Redwine had 2, Dante Tower had 1, Terrence Mitchell, Grant Delpit finally got a pick. We were the 3rd ranked offense and the 4th ranked defense. You love to see it. They're never gonna give Baker an MVP. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett 4th, and Micah Parsons 10th. Offensive Rookie of the Year. It would be our lineman, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Both the D tackles. Best QB, Baker is just being blatantly disrespected. Best running back. Wow, Nick Chubb finally got beat for a year. Best wide receiver. Are you kidding me? Over Jarvis Landry? Get out of here. Best offensive line. It's our offensive line. Best defensive line. It's our defensive line. Our 2 edge rushers. Best linebacker. Best defensive back. Kareem Jackson. See, we're out, like, we're not doing bad. I wonder what the offensive lineman's development is. Star, but still. I mean, we had to give up a star that year. So, I'll take it. Austin Hooper quietly at a 94 overall. Defense. Not bad. Honestly. I thought it would be a little worse, given the circumstances of everything. Let's upgrade the players. Road to the repeat starts here. Ooh, Bengals. Let's see if we can beat Joey B. And we do. We blow him out 28-7. In the AFC Championship, we are facing Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Honestly, we're going to sim this one. Because why not? You know? It's the high quality entertainment that all 10 of you viewing will enjoy.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio.
This is what it's about.
It's the AFC
Jim Brown's already thrown his clipboard.
EA Sports.
Down 7-0. 7-3. Or 13-7. 27. 2014. 26-14. 17-26. 32-17. 35-17. 35-24. We are on our way to our second Super Bowl in 2 years.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Baker is lights out in the playoffs. Like, the dude is an absolute bomb in the regular season, but lights out in the playoffs. Nick Chubb had himself a day. 14 carries, 186 yards, 2 tutties. Travis Etienne did decent. Receiving, Austin Hooper leading it. Jarvis Landry with another playoff postseason touchdown. 103 yards. Odell, quiet game. How do we do defensively? Myles Garrett with 2 sacks. Any interceptions? Nope. Any forced fumbles? Nope. Alright, so we're on the road to the repeat. I hate when it takes me out to the main menu. But yeah, EA, so fun fact, EA blocked my account. Like, Auction House banned my account because I sold my team. Like, I got rid of everybody for coins. And I was ripping, like, get a gold player packs and stuff. So they think I, like, their pack, like, obviously I didn't make my money back because I was ripping packs. And as we all know, EA doesn't give you good quality for packs with coins. So I went down like 3 mil because I was like, what the heck, I'm done with Ultimate Team anyway, might as well rip some packs. And something like triggered in their system that like detected that it pretty much gave a false positive that I was selling coins. But yeah, I get that lovely message whenever I try to do anything. Alright, we are going to... You gotta be kidding me. We're going against Kareem Hunt. Oh, Lord. We are going against Kareem Hunt and the Philadelphia Eagles. I traded him to the Eagles, right? No, I didn't. Wow, thank God. Oh, yeah, they wouldn't take him. Thank God. I did not want to go up against Kareem Hunt. Honestly, this is a game we should win. This 100% is a game we should win. Alright, Super Bowl time. Can we get the 2-piece? The 2-piece with fries. I'm just saying dumb stuff. But yeah, hopefully we get 2 in 2 years. If we get 3, I'm titling the video The Browns Dynasty.
Tonight.
3-3 scores tied. Ooh, 13-3. 16-3. 10-16. 17-23. Wow. Can Baker lead the comeback? Nope. The Eagles prove too much. We lose 31-36. 5 points away. Baker had a terrible game. 3 interceptions. That's why we lost. And we just paid him all that money too. Nick Chubb. Why did we hand it off to Nick Chubb 6 times? Like that, yeah, that's a recipe for failure. I was gonna trade for Avonte Maddox too. You gotta be kidding me. And we got 1 sack. That's a bummer. That one hurts. What are we in? Year 3, new ability unlocked. What did Dante Hightower get at this point in his career? Yeah, he's gonna go down to like 79 overall, but whatever. Do we re-sign Jarvis Landry? That is the question. I don't want to say we let him. I don't know. He's not getting more money out of me than that. So we re-signed him. We might as well re-sign the fullback too. But yeah, that's everybody. We kept this team relatively together the whole time. Give me 1 second, y'all. My cat does this thing where she likes to get her claw stuck in the light ball. Okay. Of course you would be able to superstar now. That hurts. Yeah, there's really no moves we can make right now. Bring Bradley Rope in for death. I'm offering him the bare minimum. Because he's a want, not a need. Bring him in for 2 years, why not? Throw a couple out there like that. Hopefully one of them bite. They both accepted, so let's send it to the draft.
The Broncos are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Who do we got? We don't need a quarterback. We need a wide receiver. He's a possible. He is also possible. And we do need a strong safety as well. Why you gotta do me like this, EA? They will all be gone. If I wait, they will all be gone. But the dilemma is... I need another wide receiver though. Late first. Mid first. Mid first. So do we want the slot guy or do we want... I want a guy who's gonna catch in traffic.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Rank number 16, and we drafted him at 31.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Are any of my strong safety friends gonna be there? Nope. Who's most likely to get snagged next? You know what? We're gonna take the quarterback and hopefully trade him for something.
The Eagles are
Just
now on the
kidding.
clock.
Because he is terrible.
The Browns are now on the clock.
We got corners, so we're good. This dude had a hell of a combine.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Not waiting any longer.
The Eagles are now on
Rank
the clock.
17, we got him at 95.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Oscar Weathersby. 68
The
with hidden
Browns are now on
development.
the clock.
Look, we're drafting.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock.
Eric Cheeks.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
Nice.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock.
The picks are getting progressively worse.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
What's it looking like? Okay, so we got some trading to do. Jordan Elliott, less than desirable. The question is anyone else going to want him? Probably not. The Saints want him. I need a wide receiver, a slot guy, not like a number one. But I'm kind of inclined to start the rookie. I don't know. Let's hold off on doing anything right now. We'll see how it goes. Because we're in a good position right now. I mean, we only lost the Super Bowl by 5 points. We made it there 2 consecutive years and won 1. It's not a pressing issue. I don't know, kind of inclined to start the rookies who have hidden development first. So we shall see. Who is it though? I forget. Eric Cheeks, that's who it is. No, I will let him start. And who's the wide receiver? Oscar Weathersby. So, depth chart. What's the worst that's gonna hurt? We need someone to step up. It's not like I'm going to lose any of these guys. If anything, I would like, I don't know, Larry's gonna be on the wrong side of 30. And that Madden regress is real. See what the salaries are looking like. Okay, so get rid of Mr. Elliott. Saints need him. So Elliott and our 4th for the Saints first next year. Spend some of this coach XP. Alright. Let's see what it's looking like at the mid-season point. Actually, I forgot to do this quick. players be targets. And granted, he could only be a star, but by the off chance he is a superstar X Factor. We are 6-1 on the season so far. Let's hopefully finish it out strong. Wow. Baker, 24 touchdowns and 1 interception at the midway point. Nick Chubb doing Nick Chubb things, and Travis Etienne, you know, isn't too far behind. Jarvis Landry almost has 1,000 yards through 7 games. Odell has 5. Hooper has 3. The rookie has 3 with a tutty. How are we looking sack-wise? Micah Parsons leads, and Myles Garrett's right behind him. Interceptions. Alright, so overall not bad. Let's see what their developments were. Still hidden. And still hidden. I really wish Denzel Ward was still here though. Alright. Let's sim it to the playoffs. Hopefully we get in. If Baker keeps up that pace, that's 48 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's on pace for. Okay, so we got a bye again in the playoffs, finishing 13-3, so we managed to get one more win on the season than we did the previous 2. Baker, 45 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Rushing, Nick Chubb obviously killed it. Travis Etienne, you know, not Kareem Hunt level of production from the backup role, but what can you do? Jarvis Landry, absolutely absurd. If that's not wide receiver of the year, I don't know what is. I'm happy we gave him that deal. $18 touchdowns. Odell had 11. Hooper had 9. The rookie had 3. Defensively, Logan Wilson had a great season. Myles Garrett with 12 sacks. Micah Parsons with 11. Andrew Stewart with 3.5. Anthony Villalobos with 3.5. Dante Hightower with 2.5. So we're getting pressure. Caleb Farley with 3 picks. Grant Delpit with 3. Logan Wilson with 2. Bradley Roby with 2. Let's see what their developments are. Okay, so star for the rookie wide receiver. And still hidden. Very, very nice. We're gonna go to the divisional championship where we are facing the Bengals. Year 4. Title run. After this, we got one more season. Snowy day. Hopefully Nick Chubb eats. We are up 14-10. 21-17. 24-21. We are losing. We're down 27-21. 35-21. We're down 28-35. Yep, we lost. 35-38.
From the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so
Baker with
abruptly,
those
doesn't it?
postseason interceptions, doing terrible.
And now you're out of it.
We have one more season to go in this rebuild, and I could not be any more like disappointed. He threw 5 touchdowns and not 1 Super Bowl. Like, I don't know, like it's frustrating when he puts us those kind of numbers. In the regular season and then just doesn't do anything. Ooh. How much cap space do I have? Dante Hightower. You hate Sip. Kevin King wants to go. Kareem Jackson wants to go. We're gonna franchise Odell. What's the cap looking like? Ooh. I will not be signing anybody. Sim to the draft.
The Broncos are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Might be taking that corner. By what the board's showing me, I'm definitely taking that corner.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
We reached for him, but hey, what can you do?
The Browns are now on the clock.
No one is taking running backs. That's amazing.
The
Get this wide
Seahawks
receiver.
are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Is there any first round talent this corner?
The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones.
All in next
I think that
season.
means a trade is coming.
All in.
The Browns are now on the clock.
We're gonna do it big in year 5.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams. The Browns are now on the clock. How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
Yeah, the cap situation's too absurd. Too much talent. So I guess we're gonna have a hole at safety. We are 4-3 in the final season. Baker is underwhelming. Nick Chubb only has 2 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Jarvis came down to earth again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna make the playoffs. We burned bright, and we burned fast. 2 Super Bowls. 4. We made the playoffs 4 times, 5 times. We came back and saved the season somehow. Baker turned it. He didn't throw a touch or an interception the second half of the season. Threw for 21 touchdowns. Nick Chubb turned it on. Jarvis Landry and Odell both showed up. Defensively, how did we do? Myles Garrett with 18 sacks and Micah Parsons with 17. We are going up against Tua, I believe. So let's see how it goes. We won 35-31. We are up against the Bengals again. Can we redeem ourselves? 28-21. View message. Breakout player. Alright. Let's see how it goes. 2 of probably the best teams in the sim, going strictly based off of overall. Caleb Farley had 6 interceptions this year.
Today,
14-0, 14-3, 17-3. 17-6, 24-6, 31-6, 38-6, 38-13, 45-13. We won 45-13.
Our AFC champs, as we say goodnight, everybody.
Baker doesn't throw an interception and we blow him out. Nick Chubb had 3 touchdowns. Tylan Wallace balled out for them. Odell finally showed up in a postseason game. The rookie had 1. How'd they do rushing? Did my guy hit his thing? Yeah, he did. So he gets a dev up. Awesome. And we're going to the Super Bowl. We have Fat Randy Bullock as our kicker. We're winning it. Advanced week. Myles Garrett and Nick Chubb. 5 receptions, 127 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. We're going up against the Cowboys. Probably our kryptonite because our pass, I don't know what their tackles are looking like. It's going to be a close game. If we can pull off this last Super Bowl win with the roster we have, because the roster has holes. Nick Chubb, clearly the better running back. Myles Garrett over DeMarcus Lawrence. He's old now. We have the best corner. Best tight end. See how it goes. Torrey up 7-3. Seven six, 10-6, 10-13, 17-13, 24-13, 31-13. 34-20, and we win in our 5th year. Baker shows up in big proportions with a perfect passer rating in the touchdown, and he silences the haters, including myself. Wow.
So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs.
What a great season.
The collective happiness makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
Jarvis Landry, monster game. He shows up in the Super Bowl. Great game. How did our defense do? Mac Wilson with 1 sack. Caleb Farley with an interception. Good stuff. I'm pretty sure we made playoffs all 5 years, if not 4 out of 5 years. What new ability did Jarvis Landry unlock? 2nd win and wide receiver apprentice. Alright, y'all. That is a wrap. We're gonna go look at the final team. Baker's up to superstar development now. Odell's on the downslide, so is Landry, but the rookie is up to an 81. The fullback's finally going down. Honestly, the biggest plus of doing the Browns, like if you can get past the whole cap situation, is their offensive line is stacked because we had to go after one guy this entire rebuild on the offensive line. Defense, probably the biggest takeaway and like blessing of this whole thing is the fact that Micah Parsons fell to us in the 1st round and he had superstar X Factor development. And we hit a home run getting Caleb Farley the year after Denzel Ward left. Greedy Williams is up to an 85. Bradley Roby digressed. Mac Wilson's up to superstar. Like, this was a solid team. Like, I don't want to give myself too much credit because obviously the pieces were there, but to keep everything together, to keep the core group together. They have $40 million to work with. And that's probably the last Super Bowl they're going to get. For a while. Maybe not. If you let Odell walk. Yeah, that's not gonna. Because you would have to franchise Farley. Let these two walk. But you have to pay Micah Parsons in that situation. I don't know if it was a bug or what, but like I wasn't able to pick up anybody's 50-year option. And that kind of like messed up the cap situation for me a little bit too. I don't know if I turned something off in the settings or did something wrong, but I was not able to pick up any of my rookies 50-year option because I would have picked up Ward's and Baker's and had another year of Ward on the team. But then I don't know, because I don't know if I would have went heavy on Farley either. I don't know. But alright, y'all. Thank you for joining in. Let's see where we finish on the legacy board after a 5-year. Head coach Jim Brown is all the way up to number 6 with 2 Super Bowls, 3 AFC championships. Alright, that's gonna do it for me. Have a good night, y'all. We will be back at you sometime this week with the Buccaneers. Enjoy.